right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of there. Shalom to the hopeful lake that believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, and what I want to get into this morning, is dealing with a precept in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 4. All right, and it reads, where the word of the king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? Yeah, because the authority of a king, is what they call absolute, and that's why you see particular things, in society, because the major, illusion people have is some sense of people government, with democracy, Republican, all these different governments, where you vote, but ultimately kings still run the earth. Okay, they just are in the shadows, man, the elite bankers. Okay, that's why there's certain things, that happen, okay, certain wars and things that happen, all right, that's by the decree of the kings of the earth, which are the elites. Okay, you seen it with, the lockdowns, shutdowns. Okay, and you had certain mandates. You had certain shutdowns. Well, those are decree of the king. And no one can really say anything. They had the deal. Everyone had the deal. You had to move according to those decrees, man. Okay, and that's on an earthly level. A king could strip you, from your titles. He could strip you from, your land. A king could even take your family. That's the absolute power, that a king will have. Okay? Well, on a much higher note, who's the king of everything, man? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And what his word is, this is power. And what we have with this Bible is we have the king's word. Okay? We have the king's word. This is what we're proclaiming. You see? We're messengers of the king's word. That's why when you read again, it says, Ecclesiastes 8 and 4, it says, what the word of the king is, there is power, and who may say unto him, what doest thou? Yeah, who can question it? Because you look at what the Most High, does in the earth, okay, who can question it? Everybody got to deal with whatever, okay, the Most High decides, man. Okay? Jake complained about captivity, but guess who put us here, man? All right? Hey, guess who put us in this situation for our disobedience? Who put Esau in power? You can complain and groan and moan, but guess what? Everyone has to deal with the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Everything played out exactly how the Lord said it would, man. Okay? Empires went up, empires went down based on the word. Okay? And we're the messengers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? We have the king's word. That's why you go to Jeremiah 30:1. It said the word, you see that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus speaketh the Lord, power of Israel. Okay? Thus speaketh Yahweh, power of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. Okay? So these are the king's words that the Lord had his men, all right, to scribe down. Even a vision is the vision that he will give the prophets was a pretty much a demonstration of his word. Okay? So we have the king's word, and that's why everything is subjugated to the word of the king of kings. The Heavenly Father through his son Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's who has the authority. See, when you go here, what did he tell Jeremiah? Okay? This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 9. It said, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto him, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Okay, and that's why the things that the prophets speak, it ain't that, this brother was right or that brother was right about that. No, we have the king's word. We're just speaking the king's word. Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. He's right about that. Okay? We just speaking the word exactly, man. Okay? The MOTB. Okay? The reason why, it's so easy to see because it's the king's word. It's for those that, for the hopeful elect, they can see it because they understand the king's word. Okay, the reason why it is what it is what we say it is because we're speaking in according to the king's word. Okay, you look at World War III, the alliances that's being made, Russia, China, Turkey, Iran, that's all according to the king's word. You see, Esau coming with the persecution. Okay, we're telling this devil what he's going to do because we have the king's word, and the king's word is prophetic. Telling you what you're going to do beforehand, and that's how the Most High showcases that he's in full control of all these circumstances in the earth, man. Okay? So reading on this, Jeremiah 1:9 again said, Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out, to pull down, to destroy, and to throw down, to build and to plant. So that's how you know the Most High has the authority, because he's able to set prophets over kingdoms, man. Okay? And pretty much through this word, we're dictating what's to come. Okay? Through the authority of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. You see? Let's go from there. All right? Now, when you go to let's get this in Sirach. Let's go ahead to Proverbs. Because what we seeing playing out now, Esau, his authority is going to clash with the authority of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Esau's on a crash course with the true king of everything. Okay? And that's what the Most High finna display in the earth, because a lot of people, Esau has a lot of people fooled as if he's the Most High, as if he's the highest authority there is. People believe as Esau believes that Esau transcends the authority of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Nah, we're going to see that this man is within the will, okay, and he's subjugated to punishment, okay, from a higher power. You see, when we go here, this is Proverbs 19:21. It said, There are many devices in the man's heart, which is in his mind. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. See, it's the counsel of the Lord that's going to stand supreme in the earth. And we have his counsel in the scriptures, man. What he intends on doing. Okay? What he's going to do with Esau, Edom. What he's going to do with his people, beginning with his elect. What he's going to send his son back to do. We have the Lord's counsel, man. That's what's going to stand. Esau, all these agendas and 2030 agenda and, biometrics and transhumanism and, blocking out the sun. Yeah, he got many devices in his heart and his mind, but we're finna see the Lord's counsel established in the earth, man. And it's all within the word, man. Okay? Why is that, man? Because even when you go here to Proverbs 21, in fact, let's get that in Sirach 18. That's what I meant to have. Sirach 18 and 1. The Sirach 18 and 1 says, He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governed the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all. By his power divine dividing holy things among them from profane. You see, the Lord is king over everything. Okay, the Heavenly Father is king over everything, and he rules the earth by his hand. And who is his hand? Yahweh Shai. Okay, so it's the Lord that's calling the shots, man. This is His word, okay, that's dominating. All right, the earth. Okay, it's His word, His counsel that's being planned out in the earth, man. Even Esau, Edom, being rebellious, all this in the word. Esau is doing nothing outside of the word, all right, which is the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, now let's get there. Proverbs 21:1. It said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart started with these elite bankers. With every king that ever reigned, the Lord had their heart, their mind, okay, within his hand, which means within his power. Okay? And said he turned it whithersoever he will. So he turned Esau to be rebellion. Okay? And lead, the masses in rebellion against him, man, because he's finna showcase power through judgment, man. Okay? So there's nothing happening outside of the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. And no one has an authority over him. Okay? Even when we go here, let's get this in Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter. Ecclesiastes 5:8, it says, if thou seest the oppression of the poor and the violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, all right, and that's what we see now, okay, through who? The rulership of Esau, Edom, okay, righteous judgment is not going forth. And it says, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Okay, so there's a high authority above what we see in the earth, man. Okay, and that's Yahweh Shema Shai. So Esau, he has someone he has to answer to. Okay, like they say in the word, the buck stops with Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, the Heavenly Father. You see, he answers to no one. You see, he doesn't have to counsel with anyone. He does his will. Okay, absolute power. All right, and he runs it through his son Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai is coming to be what? King of kings and Lord of lords, man, to establish absolute power and righteousness in the earth. Okay, let's go here, because at the end of the day, you can feel how you feel, but what can you do about it? What can you do? All right, you said on 300, man. Hey. You see, now this is Wisdom Solomon 12:14. It says, I started Wisdom Solomon 12. Yeah, this is Wisdom Solomon chapter 12, verse 12. It said, for who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? Yeah, so who can deal with the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai? Who can rebuttal that? Okay? Who can petition what the Lord wants to happen, man? The counsel of the Lord. Who can go against that? Nobody. Nobody can stand against the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai. Everyone is subjugated, man. Okay? And he's going to showcase that on a massive scale with this judgment that's coming, man, with this wrath. Okay? You know, the emotions don't matter. How you feel, what you think don't matter when it comes to the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why, as Israelites, man, we align ourselves, we try our best to align ourselves with the Lord's will, man, and righteousness, man. So we can fall into, his hands of mercy. Okay? Because ain't nothing you can say or do. You just got to deal. When the Lord make a decision, you got to deal with it. Okay? Verse 13 says, for neither is there any power but thou that cares for all, to whom thou mightest show thy judgment is not unright. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished. Okay, the Lord's going to show his absolute power. Okay, he don't care if you forgiven Esau, Edom. Okay, he hasn't. He don't care if you love all nations, all people. That ain't how he moving. Okay, he don't care if you like America, or if you think feminism is a way to be, a nigga culture is the way to be. You love the hood. He don't care about none of that. Okay, he finna move how he finna move. All right, that's what the earth finna have to deal with, man. And it's his counsel that's gonna stand. All right, so let's get that in Isaiah. We'll close out this Isaiah 46:9. It says, "Oh, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from the ancient time the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure." Okay? And through this word, we have the Lord's pleasure. Okay? Isn't his pleasure to see righteous judgment go forth? It's his pleasure to give Israel the kingdom, beginning with the elect. It's his pleasure to set Yahushua up as the King of kings in the earth. Okay? All these things are the Lord's pleasure. It's his pleasure to give, fulfill the promises of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? All this is the Lord's pleasure that's going to be performed in the earth, and it's all through this word. See, this is the most powerful thing in the earth, man. Okay? They can burn all the Bibles. Guess what? That word has been declared, man. You see? They can round up the prophets. The word is still declared, man. Okay? And it's going to be what it's going to be. All right? So, Lord will you, brothers, and you few sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom.